Hey, Joe here with the Mountain Aero Club, and I have a quick overview for those counselors and parents alike who are looking for some information of how to become a pilot. So, further ado, here we go. The Federal Aviation Administration, the FAA, breaks down obtaining a pilot certificate into four parts. Those parts are your eligibility, knowledge, proficiency, and experience. To be eligible for a private pilot certificate, the person applying must prove that they are an American citizen or a citizen of one of the U.S. territories. That's completed via TSA regulations. Next, the student pilot must prove to the certified flight instructor that he or she can read, write, and speak English. And prior to solo, the student pilot must have a FAA medical certificate, such as a Class 1, 2, or 3, or have basic med certification. Now, to take the FAA knowledge test prior to obtaining the certificate, the student pilot must be at least 15 years old to take the test, 16 years old to solo, and 17 years old prior to the check ride. Now, the Mountain Aero Club has a ground school location in two airports. It has it at the Jackson County Airport, India 18, and Boggs Field, Uniform Sierra Whiskey in Spencer, West Virginia. Now, there are numerous subjects that will be taught there and for 12 weeks, and that'll include initial FAA regulations and aerodynamics, airplane instruments, engines and systems, airspace, airports and air traffic control, charts and FAA publications, airplane performance, weight and balance, aviation weather theory and services, and navigation systems and aeromedical factors and ADM. And when you get done with your cross country planning, we'll start your scenario based training, your mock testing, and get you ready for your FAA knowledge test. Now, either during the ground school training or after the FAA knowledge test has been passed, the student can begin the flight portion of the training. Of course, it's our most exciting portion of the training. And now the flight portion training will include things like takeoffs and landings, basic and advanced flight maneuvers, instruments and night flying, airports and navigation, emergency procedures, and a very important 3 hours of prepping for the check ride. Now, according to FAA regulations, the student pilot must receive at least 40 hours total training, of which 20 hours must be dual or with a flight instructor. Now, part of that training will include 3 hours of night flying, 3 hours instrument flying, 3 hours cross country, and as mentioned before, 3 hours preparing for the student's check ride. The student pilot will also have to complete at least 10 hours solo and some other training. And that wraps up the student pilot training overview.